Back in the summer of 2011, I got the incredible opportunity to intern with United Airlines up in Chicago. Now, it was by far what I thought was the most incredible experience of my life. Chicago is an amazing, beautiful city, and I got to work with some incredible people. I worked with the talent management team, and I worked with recruiters, basically assisting them and doing whatever it is that they needed to do. I spent about almost 3 full months there and learned so much. And towards the end of my time up in Chicago, I realized how great of an experience this was. And I remember thinking in my head that nothing could really ever top this. Nothing could top this experience. First of all, just living in this incredible, fun city with such rich culture and so many great things to do. But for the experience of working with United and with these great people and the things that I had learned, I just thought I just can't do better. So within my last few weeks working there, I ended up on the elevator with the director of Latin American sales. So long story short, we started talking, and our conversation kind of led to the topic of Brazil, the fact that I speak Portuguese, my dad is from there, my family's from there, and all of a sudden he said, well, hey, you might be perfect for this opportunity down in Sao Paulo next summer. We're looking for an intern. And I thought, no way, this is crazy. Like, they always tell you elevator pitches, always be ready. And it actually happened. So, a few months later, after I got back to school, I went back up to Chicago, interviewed for the position, and ended up getting it. And this following summer, so summer of 2012, I boarded a plane down to Sao Paulo and interned there with the sales team in Sao Paulo. Now, I remember I hadn't been in Sao Paulo in a very long time, but it's not a place where you think, oh, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful city. And I remember flying in, and you can just see the layer of pollution sitting on the city. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, am I going to like it? I'm going to miss my family. Am I doing the right thing? So after, arriving, getting settled in, it took me a few weeks to really convince myself that this was going to be great. And I actually considered coming home a few times because I didn't know if I could be there for 3 full months. It would get lonely and sad, and I miss my family and my friends. But within a few weeks, I really embraced the city. And although it's not a very beautiful city, there were just things about the culture that I found extremely, beautiful, and that I had seen before, but not to this extent. For example, after lunchtime every day, most of my coworkers and I would go to this little bakery, basic little bakery owned by a family. And the way that it is there is, as opposed to here, of course, you have everybody that's on the run and stuff, but when it comes to things like sitting down, coffee, and conversing with people, they really cherish that. So we would sit down in this bakery, and they would pour you or a cup of coffee with a beautiful pastry. Now, the cup of coffee was always poured in a beautiful china. The little things that I just found so incredibly beautiful. The way that they presented their food was always in a very beautiful way. Their pastry was always decorated nice, and it was just incredible. And it was something that I kind of thought back and was like, we don't really do that in the U.S. We don't really cherish that little time that you have to converse with your coworkers, but what you're surrounding is this beautiful, it's a drink, but it's just an amazing thing. And I found just the culture, the people, and the experience there was absolutely incredible and beautiful.